All right, Jack, I'm just going to go through the process very quickly. Let's say I want to talk to a bunch of CFOs in Toronto. So this is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. In the lead builder, I will go and search for CFOs. I want to find people in Toronto. I want people at slightly bigger companies. I click on search. And here a bunch of CFOs came up. So obviously I can do a lot more to like search for very specific people by industry, seniority level, function, but I'm keeping it simple. Now this plugin called Prospect will help you find email addresses. So for example, this guy, let's say I want to contact him. I click on Prospect and I click on Find over here, and it gives me his email address after about 3 to 5 seconds. And there you go, that's that guy's email address. But to make things a little bit easier, I don't want to go through that process every time. So this little thing here called a lightning bolt, and this is again part of this prospect tool which I purchased. So if you click on the lightning bolt, what it does is it in the background goes and gets that person's email address and automatically pops it into Salesforce or some kind of Google Doc. So I click on a whole bunch of lightning bolts, and let's say I want to collect all those people's email addresses. So now in the background, what it's doing is it's collecting all these people's email addresses. And now if I click on this, view prospects, what's going to happen is it's going to bring up my Google Doc, and in the background it's collected all these people's information, including the email addresses, and just popped it into a Google spreadsheet for me. So here are like some of the last few people which I just picked up. You can see Toronto, Ontario. You can see first name, last name, email address, phone number, company name, title, city, and all that stuff. So the key obviously for me is email address. So oh, you can see another one just popped in. So it takes a few seconds for it to actually go in the background and collect the email address. But you can see now I have a nice Google spreadsheet with all this information. Now the next step I do, now that I have all this stuff, is I want to send out an email to all of them, and I want to automatically follow up just in case they don't respond. So I'm going to go into my Gmail, and I have this tool called Yesware, and I want to do a mass email. So you can see Yesware, I click on Mail Merge, and then what I do is I import some of these email addresses. So I won't go through the entire process, but I'll show you a previous mail merge. But basically with that Google Doc, what I'm able to do is import all these email addresses, and then with one go send out a mass email. So I would import email addresses, just import list, and I can select that spreadsheet, and then I write a very specific email. So today I want to send out this email: seeking advice, finance for growing companies. Here's the email I use. You can just pause the video and read it if you want. Very specific. And then I can say, okay, well, if this person doesn't respond, does not reply to my email after 2 days, then that's going to be this day and this time. Send them this specific email. And again, if that person doesn't respond to that email after another, let's say 3 days, then send them this specific email. So using this process, I don't need to worry about following up. It'll automatically follow up for me and get me responses. So as those emails go out, I can then also track like what's going on. So if I go to a specific mail merge I've sent out, I can see in this case, I sent out 49 emails. I can see exactly who opened it, who clicked on it, who replied on it. If I'm interested in those details, I can see the open rate, the click rate, the reply rate. So I go through all these mail merge processes. Then finally, when someone actually responds and says, oh yeah, sure, I'd like to talk to you, then all I do is I copy my virtual assistant, Julie. So I don't know if I can find one where someone's replied. Let's find a good one. Okay, here we go. So I sent out the email. This person said, sure, how about next Thursday? And all I do is say, sorry, that should work. Julie will confirm and send out an invite. I copy Julie, Julie at juliedesk.com. She'll go back and forth and like schedule a time, and then she'll send out an invite, and then it ends up going straight into my calendar. So you can see like with that process, I'm able to then fill up my calendar pretty effectively. So today, last week, you can see there's a whole bunch of calls kind of scheduled in. The week before, a whole bunch of calls and meetings scheduled in. So yeah, that's the process I use. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator, search for leads, prospect to automatically get people's email addresses, pop them into a Google spreadsheet, use Yesware Mail Merge to send out emails, and use Julie Desk to schedule things straight into my calendar. So hopefully this was helpful for you.